Mini Cooper automobile repairs. If you're looking for help fixing your Mini Cooper automobile, look no further. Our comprehensive Mini Cooper automobile repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your vehicle. Mini Cooper manufactures cars that owners have come to trust. Even a trustworthy autos require occasional maintenance or repair. However, if you're in need of Mini Cooper auto repair from experienced professionals, your local auto helper can help. Exhaust smoke. Unusual smoke from your car's tailpipe isn't good news, and different colors of smoke depict a different story. White or gray smoke. White smoke indicates that the coolant is being combusted along with the fuel and there is a leakage somewhere in the engine block, cylinder head, and head gasket. Blue smoke. Blue smoke indicates that there is a leakage in the valve seals or guides, or the piston rings have worn out, which are causing the engine oil to penetrate into the combustion chamber, which is causing the oil to burn along with the fuel, hence causing blue smoke. Black smoke. This means that excessive fuel is being burnt in the combustion chambers due to a leak in the fuel injector, a stuck fuel pressure regulator, or a restriction in the fuel combustion pipe. This usually happens with relatively older cars, and in such situations, it is very crucial to get the leaks checked by a specialized mechanic. Rust. It can come as a shock to find rust on your car, though it doesn't always represent a serious issue. It depends on where the rust is found. Rust on the bodywork is cosmetic, but rust underneath the car or on your exhaust could be potentially dangerous and should be investigated, as it could eat away at essential components. Rust needs an anode, cathode, and an electrolyte to form, which makes cars prone to it. If the climate is humid enough, your car can develop rust even if it's undercover. The metal in your car can act as the anode and cathode, and water is an electrolyte. A quick check around your vehicle, under the wheel arches, and around the exhaust on a regular basis is often enough to spot any rusting issue, but every few months, especially if you live in a damp or humid environment, it would be a good idea to get on your hands and knees and check under your vehicle thoroughly. Warning lights on the dash. Pretty much every modern car today runs on some sort of computer to help with emissions, troubleshooting, and the regulation of components. Thus, when you get warning lights on a car, it's not always a cause for serious concern. Sure, a warning light indicates an issue, but it also indicates that your car's computer is working properly and is aware of the problem. Rectifying the issue will depend on what the symbols being displayed are. A busted globe can trigger a warning light just as easily as the failure of a mechanical component like a water pump, which could trigger the dreaded check engine light. Fortunately, the warning light makes it easy to diagnose a problem, and you can use your judgment and experience to determine if it can be rectified at home. The car is consuming too much oil. Fresh oil is essential for a car to function, but if you are constantly topping up your oil level, you may have a problem with the car. If you start to notice a drop-off in performance or the oil light comes on, you will definitely need to check the oil. If you don't get the oil changed regularly, you might find that the engine becomes corroded. Poor quality oil or lack of regular changes can also cause blockages in the oil filter. It is best to change the oil filter at the same time as you change the oil, although some modern cars do have a filter bypass system in place. The car keeps overheating. Surprisingly, overheating doesn't happen that often, especially in modern cars with their complex systems, sensors, and so on acting to keep the vehicle's temperature just right. Making sure the radiator is looked after and the water pump is working is the easiest and cheapest way to prevent problems with overheating. Whatever car you own will require regular maintenance, and even then you will still get things that go wrong from time to time. Some car models are more prone to certain issues than others, and driving style can also have some impact on efficiency. No matter what your vehicle, we hope that you have found this list helpful. Staying vigilant for signs of trouble and dealing with them when they occur saves time and money and keeps you on the road. The alternator is failing. The alternator is an essential part of the running of your car. It keeps your battery charged and makes sure all the electrics run once you have started the vehicle. If it breaks, your battery can wear out and you find it difficult to start the car. Keep up with the service intervals and make sure you get it replaced in good time. The starter motor is failing. The starter motor is the component that turns the engine over when you start the car. If it fails, it is either a result of electrical solenoid damage, the motor itself has broken, or there are other faults in the electrical system. It is difficult to assess when a starter motor is likely to break, and to avoid replacing it unnecessarily, it is best to get the car inspected by a professional to determine the cause of the starting issues before doing so. The radiator is leaking. Radiator leaks are almost always caused by corrosion. Corrosion itself can have a lot of causes, but once you get one leak you are likely to get more, so it makes sense to replace the whole radiator. If you don't keep the radiator in good condition you can get problems with overheating and ultimately could end up with an engine fire. Source servicingmaster.co.uk